Students, today I am going to discuss the new topic, that is angles. Till now we have seen two angles, right angle and straight angle. Measure of a right angle is 90 degree, which we also write it as 1/4 of a revolution. Whereas measure of a straight angle is 180 degree, which we also call it as half of a revolution. But today we are going to see about more angles, that is acute angle, obtuse angle and reflex angle. Let us understand what you mean by acute angle. An angle smaller than a right angle is called the acute angle. Therefore, measure of an acute angle is always less than 90 degree. Now, what do you mean by obtuse angle? An angle larger than a right angle but smaller than a straight angle is called an obtuse angle. Hence, the measure of an obtuse angle is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Now, the next one, it is reflex angle. An angle larger than a straight angle is called as reflex angle. Thus, the measure of a reflex angle is always greater than 180 degree. Based on it, let us discuss the exercise 5.3. Question number 1. Match the following. Here two columns are given. In the left column you are given name of angles. In the right column you are given number of revolutions. You have to match the pair accordingly. Now see the first. The angle is straight angle. Just now we have seen that the measure of a straight angle is 180 degree. And 180 degree we also write it as half of a revolution. So the correct pair of 1 is C. Straight angle means half of a revolution. Now the next one. It is right angle. The measure of a right angle is 90 degree. Or we also write it as 1/4 of a revolution. So the correct pair of 2 is D. Now the third one, it's acute angle. Acute angle is always smaller than right angle. It means acute angle is less than 1/4 of a revolution. So the correct pair of 3 is A. Now the next one, it's an obtuse angle. Obtuse angle are always larger than right angle but smaller than straight angle. So obviously obtuse angle is bigger than 1/4 revolution but less than half of a revolution. So it always comes between 1/4 and half of a revolution. So the correct pair of 4 is E. And now the last one, it's a reflex angle. Reflex angle is always larger than straight angle. So the reflex angle is always bigger than half of a revolution. So the correct pair of 5 is B. Now coming to the question number 2. Here some angles are given and we are asked to classify the following angles as acute, obtuse, reflex, straight and right angle. Now see the first one. This is an acute angle as the angle is smaller than right angle. See the second. This is an obtuse angle since the angle is larger than 90 degree but smaller than 180 degree. Now the next one. This is a right angle. As the measure of this angle we can clearly see it is 90 degree, right? Come to the fourth one. This is reflex angle. The measure of this angle is greater than 180 degree, right? Now E, this is a straight angle. As the measure of this angle we can see 180 degree. And now the last. Here there are two angles and both the angles are acute angles.